trade between the 16 countries that make up the Southern African Development Community SADC is still ranging at around 20%, despite efforts being made to improve it. This came out during day 3 of the 7th SADC Industrialization Week. More on the following report.
Only 13 countries out of 16 are part of the SADC free trade area, a factor contributing to the low intra-trade among SADC countries, which still stands at an average of 20%. This is despite efforts made to improve trade in the region, such as the passing of the SADC Protocol on Trade in 2012. The SADC Secretariat is urging countries which have not yet ratified the SADC Protocol on Trade to do so.
Intra-SADC trade still stands around 20%. 13 state parties are implementing the SADC free trade area measures. Angola has submitted her tariff offer and dedicated negotiations will start in October 2024. DRC and Comoros are yet to join the SADC free trade area. It will be critical, as I said, member states to ratify and implement effectively the SADC protocol on trade in goods and services and protocol on industry. On trade facilitation, we have been working on issues regarding interconnectivity of customs system, OSBP, one-stop border post, electronic certificate of origins, time-ready studies, etc.
On progress of implementation of the SADC industrialization strategy, many areas were flagged as lagging behind.
Then we also need increased participation in global value chains. I discussed about the issues of, the value chains development and the areas that we need to work on, including agro-processing, minerals beneficiation, and downstream processing. Then also to diversify industrial production and exports through advanced technologies, increased contribution of SMEs, as SMEs are very critical to our region. Then also closer public-private cooperation in industrial development. Then we should also not ignore issues of greater environmental sustainability.
Member states were also urged to work together in actively seeking funding for small and medium businesses, as they are the backbone of Southern Africa's economy.
We must work closely with our governments to identify and eliminate these barriers. Furthermore, access to finance remains a significant obstacle for many MSMEs. We should urgently explore innovative, accessible, and flexible financing mechanisms, including regional crowdfunding platform and blockchain-based lending solutions.
More discussions on special economic zones and energy innovations will follow tomorrow. Shera Munjenjema for TN News in Harare.
We now cross over to Security Association of Zimbabwe President Trevor Jakachira, who attended the sessions on industrialization update to give us some of the insights on why integration has been tough, particularly focusing on their sector. Good evening, Mr. Jakachira. In light of the push for integration and industrialization in the region, how important is the private security sector?
Good evening, viewers. I think if you have seen the past years in the region and across even in the country, private security industry in Zimbabwe is one of the largest industry. Besides protecting the assets and other things, we're actually the second largest employer organization in Zimbabwe.
Now, how important are partnerships and what does it take to penetrate the SADC region?
The SADC market is very difficult to penetrate, but I think if you look at it, the current week where there was a SADC investment conferences, so having followed what has been happening there, you realize that if anyone wants to invest maybe in Zimbabwe or outside, there are guidelines that are supposed to be followed. And interesting, the whole of today, at the HICC, there were a lot of countries who were actually pitching areas to do business with, and service industry, where private security also falls, we're among those industries. But what's needed is, before anyone goes outside, is what is so important is to work closely with ZIDA, so that there is a proper due diligence that needs to be done. And remember, every country have got laws as far as investment is concerned. And vis-a-vis also, when anyone wants to come and partner locally, there are also laws as far as investment is concerned that have to be followed.
Thank you, Mr. Jakachira, for those insights.
Konapo, ipapo pa ZTN Prime, DSTV channel 294, the place to be.